Hey, I'm Savannah. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be doing a very simple and natural makeup look. This is the look that I've been doing nonstop for the past few days, and I've really been liking it, especially since the weather's been getting a lot warmer. So I already primed my face with the MAC Strobe Cream in the shade Gold Light. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the MAC Face and Body foundation in the shade C5. This isn't really like a foundation, it's almost just like a skin tint because it's so light coverage. So you want to make sure that you shake it up before you use it because it can get like kind of watery. And then what I do is I just put it directly onto my face. And then I'm going to use this Sigma F80. It's just a flat kabuki brush. And then I'm just going to blend this out. And I got this like 2 shades darker than what I usually would, because when I put this on, it doesn't even look like that I have anything on my face. It just like makes me look really tan. So I zoomed in a little bit just so you could see what the foundation looks like. So you can still see like some redness on my cheeks. So like it's not full coverage at all. So I'm going to put this on my forehead. And then I'm just going to add a little bit more to my cheeks. And you still want to bring it down your neck too. And then I always put it on like my ears just a tiny bit, so then my ears aren't like a whole shade lighter than my face is. And I also just got my hair dyed too, so that's why you can see a little bit of the hair dye still on my face. Okay, so now that my foundation is on, I'm going to go in with concealer, and I'm going to use the Ofra Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Light Sand. I just got this, and I've really been liking it. So I'm just going to put a little bit on, and then like more towards the center of my eyes, I'm going to use the Morphe Concealer in the shade C1.55. And then I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and just blend all of this out. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And I didn't add any concealer like where I normally would, like on my chin and on my forehead, because I want this look to be as natural as possible. So like I don't want to highlight any more than like under my eyes. And this look isn't like a no makeup look. I still want it to look like that I'm wearing makeup. I just don't want it to be like full glam or anything. I just want it to be like super natural and summery. Next, I'm gonna set my concealer with the Ilia Soft Focus Finishing Powder. And then I usually just take like what was ever in the cap and then put it on my beauty blender and then set underneath my eyes. I don't bake or anything, I just want to set it just so it doesn't crease. And now I'm just going to lightly set the rest of my face, and I'm going to be using the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish Natural in the shade Gimme Sun. So it just looks like this, and then I'm just going to use a fluffy brush. And you don't want like too much of this because it does have like a tint to it, so I don't want it to like give me coverage. I just kind of want it to set my foundation. And then I forgot to set my eyelids, so I'm just going to take that same powder I used for underneath my eyes and just dust a little bit over. And now I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in the shade 2 Medium. And I'm not going to put this everywhere. I'm just going to put this like in my T-zone because I just want this area just to be like kind of airbrushed looking. And I really like this brush for doing things in my T-zone. It's the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH13. Then next is bronzer, and I'm going to be using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And I've really been liking this, and it smells so good too. So I'm just going to bronze up my cheeks. And I'm not going to contour for this look because I want it to look as natural as possible. So I'm just going to bronze my cheeks up. And I'm also just going to add a little bit to my hairline. And then I'm going to use the same bronzer that I used on my cheeks, and I'm just going to put a little bit on my eyes for eyeshadow. So I'm just going to use a fluffy brush. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH30, but any brush that you have will work. And I like using the same bronzer that I use for my cheeks on my eyes, because then it just like really brings the whole look together. And then for brows, I'm just going to be using the Makeup Forever Brow Gel in the shade 45. I don't do anything too crazy with my brows. I just kind of like to keep them in place. So next for blush, I've been obsessed with this blush lately. This is the MAC Never Say Never powder blush, and it looks like this. So it looks super bright and intense, but you only use a little bit of it. And this is like the perfect blush for summer because it kind of gives you that like sunburnt look. So I just put a tiny bit on my on my brush. And then I'm just going to put this on the apples of my cheeks. And then I kind of bring it up like a little bit. And I add more like as I need it, but I only start out with just a really small amount, so then it doesn't look too crazy. And I always add like a little bit extra blush than I normally would because blush is the first thing to fade. And then I love putting this over my nose because it just gives you like that sunburnt look. And then I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and just kind of blend it all together. And then for highlight, I like using a gold highlighter for this look. So I'm going to use the Ofra Highlighter in the shade Glow Goals. I use this all the time, and it's really pretty. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this on. And then I also like adding just a little bit above my eyebrow, and it just gives like a really pretty glow. And then I'm gonna put a little bit in my inner corner. And then for mascara, I'm going to be using the Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara. So I'm going to put this on really fast, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so my mascara is on, and this next step is completely optional, but I've really been liking doing this lately. So these are the Ardell double up, like little individual lashes. And I like taking a medium one on each side, like at the very end, and then I'll take a short one and put it like kind of towards the middle. And it just kind of makes it look like that you have like lash extensions or something, but they're super easy to put on. So I just take the little cardboard thing that like came behind the packaging, and then I add a little bit of glue onto the packaging. And then I take these little like eyelash things that I got in a pack of eyelashes one time, and then I'll just hold the end of it, and then I'll dip the very tip of it into the eyelash glue, and then you just let it sit for like a minute or so. So I put the eyelashes on, but it was kind of hard to show how I did it on camera, so I just did it off camera. But I just took these little tweezer things, and then I let the glue dry for about a minute or so, and then I just like placed it right on the outside of my eye, and so it was really simple to do. And it just makes your eyelashes look a little bit more full, and I really like how it looks. And then to finish off the look, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. lip lacquer. It's just like a clear lip gloss. I didn't want to do like an actual lipstick because I want this to look super natural. So this just adds a really pretty shine to your lips. Okay, so this is the completed makeup look. I've been so obsessed with this look recently because it's just so easy and simple for summer. So I'll have all the products that I used linked down below like always, and make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and hit the notification bell so you get a notification every time I post a new video.